how to create a call queue. First, you go to Call Features, Call Queue, and you hit Add. Much like the ring groups, they have a lot of similar settings, but the ability to leave them and hear the ringing in the background, things like that, are different. The extension numbers go to 6500. We're going to call it Q1. The strategy is ring all. We can choose linear, least recent, fewest calls, random, round robin. Lots of options for a call queue. Music on hold is going to be ringback tone. If we wanted, we could put, your call is important to us. Please remain on the line, and the next available operator will be with you shortly. And play music or something. We can create any kind of music on hold sequence we want. Just ringing is fine too. Max queue length. Configure the maximum number of calls to be queued at once. This number does not include calls that have been connected with agents, only calls that are still in the queue. Now it's set to 0 right now, which means unlimited, and that's the default. Wrap-up time. This is the amount of time that a person that has answered a call has before the phone call starts ringing again. So if you want to have no delay between when you hang up a call and when you receive your next one, you set this to 0. 10 seconds is the person hangs up the phone, they have 10 seconds to jot stuff down before their phone starts ringing again. Ring time. Each agent will ring this amount of time. If you have it set to like linear or any of these others, that timer is important. If you have it set to ring all, not so important. Retry time. The number of seconds to wait before ringing the next agent. So there will be a gap in between when the first one stops ringing and the next one starts ringing when you have a different ring order, like linear, and that's the amount of time between. Auto record records all calls that go through this call queue. Max wait time. The time represents the absolute amount of time to allow a caller to stay in a queue before no one answers the call. And so 60 seconds, it would ring constantly for 60 seconds and then go to this destination. So this is where we would change where the exit is on that queue. So for Q1, we decided it's going to ring 12:20 to 12:30, have an option for a voicemail out, but repeat forever. Let's see if it'll let us do that. So 0 typically is the wait forever option. And it still lets me choose an out, so we're going to set it to voicemail. Destination prompt. Configure the voice prompt cycle in this queue while playing the voice prompt. And you can press 1 to transfer to a failover destination. So this is your out. This is your voicemail out. We set our max wait time to 0, which means this should ring endlessly, even though I have an exit strategy there. If I enable this, every 20 seconds, I want you to play this special custom prompt that I create. And I would create the prompt in prompts, which is here, which we can show you where that is later. And the exit is voicemail of 1200. And that's what happens when they press 1. And so if you want to get out, the prompt is going to say, your call is important to us, and remain on the line. So you might pair these together sometimes, so that music on hold up here, you might set to just music, and then every 20 seconds you play the special prompt that says, your call is important to us, please stay on the line, press 1 if you want to leave a voicemail. And that's a ring group. Oh, I didn't add the agents. So the agents are in the last settings here. There's a bunch of advanced settings we can mess with. I'm not going to go through those right now. But the agents are added over here. And this is 12:20 to 12:30. And those people are permanently in that queue. There's ways to set up dynamic agents as well, so they can log into the queue and out of the queue. We're not going to talk about any of that today. The second queue that we're going to make is 1240 to 1249, no way out unless no agents are present. Let's see what that looks like. So we're going to ring all, Q2, we're going to set queue length to 0, endlessly, and agents are 1240 to 1249. Let's do that. That's right. Okay, that should put all the way down to 49. And here's one of the advanced settings. Leave when empty. Configured when the caller has been disconnected from the queue if the queue has no agents anymore. And the failover destination will be the other queue in this case. So, strict. Yes, callers will be disconnected from the queue if agents are paused or invalid. So we're going to set this to yes. So you're going to leave if it's empty and you're going to go to queue 1. Dial an empty queue? No. Callers cannot, so the caller can't even enter this queue if there's no agents logged into it. So if we had this set to dynamic agents and there were no agents in here logged in, it would hit this queue and go, nope, can't do it, and go to queue number 1 instead. Okay, we apply those changes and now those queues have become available to use. And the next step is creating IVRs.